So I'm go outside because it's more private. And since my okay, so which legal
Okay.
aid are you?
Okay.
Legal aid are you with?
I'm calling from Texas, Rio Grande.
Okay.
Legal aid.
And what
Correct.
cases do you have?
Okay.
What cases do you have?
I'm sorry.
Which
Can you
cases?
repeat that? I didn't hear you.
What cases do you have? That I
I'm
asked.
with the one with the eviction on your record. That one. I'll be honest. I'm an attorney. I handle these all the time. There's really not much we can do. You weren't able to appeal that judgment back. What was it? 223. You weren't able to appeal that, were you?
Well, I was fleeing a domestic violence crisis, and I know that there's a lot of parties around me that had things taken off their record, and at PNS as well, and they deprived me of assistance with that eviction because I think someone primarily set it
Right.
up so I'd lose my apartment and it's railroading my life. So multiple different locations have
Right.
deprived me of assistance with that same eviction.
Wait, what is this? I'm kind of confused about taking this off your record. What do you mean taking evictions off your record? There's really no way of doing that in Texas.
Well, what I'm just saying is that a lot of places that help with evictions and negotiate with locations that you have evictions deprive me of assistance, like PNS Shelter. They blatantly lied. So I'm just trying to establish a paper trail that my abuser's railroading me and keeping me from assistance that other parties can get. So people blatantly lied,
Right. Okay. So
and
where was this? Okay. So how much? There's really not much we can do if you did an appeal. So what happens if you don't appeal? The case is dead legally.
well, I
Okay.
called the apartment complex, and the apartment complex was aware that I was fleeing. I'm not able to speak to let you know what
option.
I
How
don't.
much do you owe?
You're working
How
on
much
the
do you
case
owe?
and you don't know. You don't know anything about what's going on. What's your
There's
name?
nothing in the file, man. You didn't give us anything.
Okay, and what's your name?
I'm gonna end this because I don't like the way you're speaking to me.
That's been a pattern that people end calls when they're incriminated. I don't like the way that you're speaking with me. They're probably forwarding the real call and having me speak with counterfeits. That way they don't get charges. Someone paid to keep me in jail with time served, and this is what he does. Multiple parties, including where I'm at, have the same kind of pattern. When they are caught with misconduct, they blame me, and I don't like the way that you're speaking with me by asking your name. Yes, can I have internal affairs, please? Okay, hold on. Okay. Investigations is the internal affairs? Is that correct?
They'll have to transfer you to internal affairs. It's going to be an automated system, so just press the number it tells you to, okay?
Press the number what?
So I'm going to transfer you to investigations. When I transfer you, it's going to be an automated system, so just press the number it tells you to press, and then investigations can transfer you to internal affairs.
Okay.
Okay, just one moment.
Okay. Yes, I'm looking for internal affairs.
I'm sorry, you're looking for who?
Internal affairs.
Okay. And who is this?
Is this internal affairs?
Let me just go ahead and transfer you, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Lieutenant James Poe
is not available. Record your message at the tone. When you are finished, hang up or press pound for more options.
Yes, this is Kiana Clark. I'm not quite certain on what's happening. I asked for internal affairs, and for years I haven't really been able to access or get proper communication with internal affairs. I believe there's some corruption with your police department. I made 2 reports, and for almost a decade time span, all police departments I've reported my abuser to have been covering for him. I have emails saying that the police departments are bought off and paid in full. So I'm getting death threats, and the police department didn't follow protocol. The police department mentions that my abuser is influencing people, including friends and family, and they in organizations and armies full of other locations, and they're conspiring with cover up and deny me law enforcement. and they've been doing this for years. So I'm concerned about these integrity issues. I know it's criminal, and it has yet to be addressed in almost a decade time span. I've relocated, and I'm seeing the same pattern follow me to location, and I like the pattern interrupted. Can you please call me? And once again, this is regarding the police reports that I've done for my abuser and the police department covered for it. And reporting that multiple different locations are covering for his crimes and depriving me of assistance to protect myself from him. Thank you. So, conspiracy to what's happening, what you repeatedly keep witnessing, conspiracy to violate rights is a felony charge. There has to be justification why, for all this time frame, all these locations are depriving me of assistance. So the avenue that the alibi that they choose is blaming me for their criminal activity. It's my fault. And then they love to say, a lot of locations love to blame me recording crimes on why, use that as an alibi on why they were are denying services, but were also previously denying services. So I just want you to see that most likely all these locations are actually being influenced and controlled. What else makes sense? So initially, the attorney said when I walked here to the location to record, he said that he would help me with legal advice, but they don't want me to have legal advice either. So they scam to get out of that, as you can see on a multitude of videos and phone calls. And they're doing the same thing at this shelter. They're scamming, won't give me. I talked to all advocates, all of them. It has multiple different ones at this location. She said, what I can offer you. She kept saying that I can go somewhere else, flee to another location. I said, well, the problem of it is each location is being bought off, including domestic violence organizations. All locations cover for my abuser. She said, what I can help you with is your resume. And then she gave me food pantries and adult daycares and different things of that sort. I said, that's a pattern of what has happened to me, that I have been disrespected and given things like that when someone is threatening my life and they want to give me food pantries and disrespect me and play mind games and give me things like that that are not consistent to my needs. I don't need adult daycares and the minimal things like that. All locations deny me of any kind of direction or any kind of resources to flee this man or protect me from him, any knowledge, just like they hung up. So people in the comments, this is for you. You said hire an attorney. I've tried. All they do is monitor my phone and list all locations that can give them accountability for their felonies they chose to rack up to not help me. I was even at a location I haven't even recorded where security came and told me to leave a law firm. And they should, I just don't understand how many patterns will equal an arrest. It came right on in and demanded that I leave and not speak with this attorney. They never called me back. So I don't know if I stated this, the attorney hung up, or whoever that was claiming to be the attorney. That was probably a spoof call. I was in jail. I had reported to CPS the corruption with my child, and I was arrested at Arlington CPS, and I was in jail on those false charges and left in jail with time served several months until I lost my apartment and car.